John Zimmer, Masterpiece. Masterpiece, John Zimmer.
Pablo Picasso said, "All children are born artists." Who here was once a child? My wife thinks I still am. As a smaller child, I loved to paint pictures. I would swish the brush back and forth using every color, and it was always a beautiful mess. But I was proud of my mess. I'd give it to my mom, and she'd stick it on the fridge and say, "It's a masterpiece." Contest chair, fellow artists. When it comes to refrigerator art, my mom has excellent taste. She also has her own definition of masterpiece. The effort that goes in is more important than the result that comes out. Masterpiece means you do your very best. One Christmas, I received a paint by numbers set. Did you ever have one? The pictures are already drawn and divided into numbered areas, and for each area, you paint a different color depending on the number. The first picture was a pilot. I held my brush like a sword and swished back and forth. I attacked with every color. The pirate lost. My mom explained how to do it number by number. And I tried the other pictures, but I never finished them. For me, painting by the numbers felt like going through the motions without any emotion. And that's not how you create a masterpiece. My mom always told me, whatever you do, do your best. The exam's going to be really tough. Son, study hard and do your best. The other football team's really good. Son, practice and do your best. I want to ask that girl to the dance, but she doesn't like me. Good luck, son. Usually she said, do your best. Years later, I joined what I thought was the noblest, most admired profession in the world. I became a lawyer. Oh, well, thanks for the support. I put my heart into it, and in my own way, I was an artist. Instead of brushes on canvas, I wove words of persuasion with principles of law to create a masterpiece of my client's case for the court. But as the years went by, my struggle for justice became just a struggle. The hours were punishing. The paperwork was endless. Lawyers are the only people in the world who can write a 75-page document and call it a brief. My enthusiasm and my effort melted like the watches in Salvador Dali's painting. I stopped doing my best. One evening, I was very frustrated and passed the office of a colleague. On his wall was a copy of The Scream. And I thought, man, I know just how you feel. Nearby, Geraldina, our hard-working cleaning lady, was mopping the reception floor. She was in her 50s with big glasses, a bigger heart, and a Mona Lisa smile. I watched for a moment and thought, this was how she spent her days. And then it happened. She took a rag, got down on her hands and knees, and rubbed a tiny spot until it was clean to her satisfaction. And I felt like I'd been punched in the stomach. I went back to my office and closed the door. I was so ashamed. There was Geraldina doing her best to make that sparkling floor a masterpiece. And here I was in my comfortable office, painting by the numbers. I looked out the window. It was a clear night, a starry night. And on that starry night, my mother's words rang clear. Son, whatever you do your best. That evening was a turning point. Geraldina hadn't just wiped away a spot. For me, she wiped away much more. It was the end of my blue period and the start of my renaissance. I began to put my heart back into my work again. Oh, and it felt good. And I would have been proud to see my legal briefs on my mom's refrigerator door. Do you ever face times when you don't feel like doing your best? When going through the motions seems good enough? It doesn't matter who you are, or what your position is, or whether you even have a position. When you do your very best, you never know what amazing difference you can make in your life or the life of another. The way a small boy's pictures were a joy for his mother. The way a cleaning lady's floor was a revelation for a grown man. All children are born artists. Your life is your work of art. You get one canvas on which to paint, and one day your painting will be complete. It deserves nothing less than your very best, the best of your ability, the best of your passion, the best of yourself. Because it will be displayed in the hearts and minds of everyone you touch. One canvas. Be proud of it. Don't paint by the numbers. Make it a masterpiece.